One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Trojans will put toe to leather to crank us up. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented, but you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Huskers will have it 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Grabbed in the middle, it's Key. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
He's got him this time.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And the Trojans will try to convert on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal.
Hey, fourth and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the first down.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. He's got him. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Turning it on. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Makes the grab. It's Barney. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Huskers are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Nebraska! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Sanders.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Quick pass on the fly motion. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Dropping back, it's Maiava. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Florida is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Gainesville. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds his man. It's Sanders. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you, running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Oh, they're after him! And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Grab near the sticks. It's Lemon. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
The Trojans are on the move. Wants to throw again. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Quarterback sneaks ahead. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Lemon. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, USC! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Smashes through the tackle. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
They'll move the tight end. Give to the single back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am Pip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska's going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game. Because that's...
There he goes! Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Unloads quickly. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
How many
many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Leaves it with the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. Saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
The option look. You'll pitch it. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. The handoff to Johnson. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Off play action. Using his feet to buy time. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Mayava. It's complete to the left. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's
going to fire deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They're setting up the screen. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's Maiava. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to change this route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hunter. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Going downfield for the big play. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Huskers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Really good job on the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out, you see it, keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
Plows through the defense. Pulled down for the tackle.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Trojans. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Raiola. Bringing the heat. Picked off. What a way to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Southern Cal. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They're going to run it. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll run it from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Cornhuskers with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Right down the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Steps away to find some room. Got out of trouble and throws. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and makes it.
He lets one fly deep. He's got it down the left. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Man, what a sweet dime that last pass was. The Trojans always seem to have a quarterback who can make you pay in the secondary.
And it's always a big, strong-arm guy that throws the ball all the yard, that's just good-looking. I mean, just all the things that most people aren't, but that they want to root for and cheer for.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Looking for more room at the 30. And after the turnover, out of bounds at the 12 to set up this offense.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
Here's the handoff. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might as well stick with him. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Mayava. They're working that left side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Wants to go up top on first down. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. They'll give it to Johnson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
Nebraska, 30.
After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Nice move there. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Touchdown, Husker! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. He will be stopped short. They can't get the two-point conversion, and they're still up by 1 here in the fourth. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Mayava. Looking to take a shot. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, USC! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Rushes on him. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Pass to 50. Pass to 30. The 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
And that's a play, when people look back on this game, that could be the one that ends up deciding it, because getting the block on the extra point and taking it back for the safety puts them now up 3 points here late in the fourth quarter. That was a huge momentum-shifting play. And
a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll leave it with him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. He might want another play. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Snag in the middle. It's key. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Gonna look downfield again. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Tight end now in motion. The handoff to Johnson. Got the 1st down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Cornhuskers are rolling down the field. They're going to run it to the right. He's inside. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida is currently ahead of the scoreboard, but it's clear Tim Tebow's not out there, and because of that, I don't see a blowout today in the Swamp. they're up by 7 over Georgia. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Back to pass on second down. Fires left. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys?
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. The sure hands, it's Lane. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back to their offense.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Got it, looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And offensively, man, I think you want to, at this point in the game, with the clock running down in the fourth quarter with the lead, I want to add points to this. But I do want to chew as much clock as possible. Priority number one, though, getting that 6.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up.
221 wing, 221 wing.
trying to slam in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's now third.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a two-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And the yards just continue to stack up for this dude. We've already talked about it. He made over 300, over 400. Now he's over 450 on the game. He has been on fire.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Lane. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here's a heat. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Husker! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Sanders. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year.